Hello and welcome back to the Insanity. Last time we left off, we had just constructed a depot station, which is all nice and good, but so far we don't really have anything to transport. And the funny thing is that still I haven't decided what our first transportation will be. So we will just figure that out, I guess. I've thought and thought and thought about this, but then I just realized that it's better to just transport and something and like build some new city block instead of not instead of just thinking about things and not transporting anything at all. So that's kind of the goal of this episode, to actually transport something. And I've noticed that we have a bit too much steam here, which is why I'm going to build another cooling tower to fix that little problem. Great. Now there was also something else I think that needed to be fixed, or that I wanted to be fixed. Right. You might remember that I removed an underflow valve, which I thought was going in a strange direction last time. And I've decided that instead we should replace it with an overflow valve. That way the steam is mostly prioritized for the wood production, but what is left over can go to the rest of the base, essentially. Now there's also another bit of an issue, because we are kind of going to need to have at least some production of coke, because right now we don't really have any coke production at all. At least none that I know of. And let's see, here we have this machine, because this one is no longer doing anything useful. We are going to take it and we are going to remove some of the pipes and some of the things over here, because we essentially don't use it anymore, and when things are not used we can remove them. Alright, that should be good enough for now. So we need to have like at least some production of coke somewhere else, probably over here, somewhere where we can fit it, where there is space, where it's not in the way for anything else. Yeah, like over here actually. So let's see, coke, no, ingredients, coal, perfect. And let's see, then there's all these bloody outputs as usual. But luckily we have a bit of a setup here at least for them already, so we should be able to manage this quite easily. There we go. Now we do want to have some input of things and some output of things. Perfect. Power. Great. Okay, now I just need to follow this belt and make sure that... Right, coke goes there, the rest goes here. Okay, good, I think. Oh, right, one more thing. because the reason why we actually need coke over here is because we need it way over here. Don't need it for that part, but we do need it for this. Do I have a splitter? Yes. Coke to the left, exactly. Yeah, actually we can use this little thing over here as a temporary storage, because we have an alarm there to tell us if we're running out or not. And as you can see, we are definitely approaching that line. Hold on. I don't need you guys anymore. High pressure furnaces. I don't need you. Okay, this should be good. We place the cooling thing, we fix the overflow valve, we have some coke on the belt. So now it's time to decide what to create, like what thing to place. Where is my train? Oh, of course, it's at the depot. I'm gonna need another train. I'm definitely going to need another well, I do have another train. Hi, train. I would like to head over here somewhere, I think, and pick up some landfill. So our research into rail signals is almost done, which is very useful. Not when we only have one train. When you have only one train, it's no risk of having the train colliding in anything, unless you manage to make it collide into itself, which is honestly fairly... It's it's a bit of an achievement if you manage to do that. But if you have enough long train, anything is possible. Just clearing out some old stuff here as well while I'm in the area. Great, here we have the landfill. Thank you, train. Now, after the rail signals, I think I have planned for logistics robotics, but that's cost 250 science, and I think that's a bit too much at the moment. So instead, we are going to focus on something that just increases the things we can do and stuff. And I think that mining machines is quite interesting because it would allow us to research improved iron processing, which is very interesting. And then maybe increased copper processing and some stuff as well. But besides that, what do we have? Fine electronics, maybe. It's only 30 green sciences, so why not? Advanced oil press processing, no thanks. I barely even know what I am unlocking here, but I mean, why not? I really would like those niobium plates, but okay, basic electronics. Wouldn't it make sense to research basic electronics before we research fine electronics? Apparently not. And here we have another tar recipe. That's a quite lousy one though, according to my analysis. But we do have quite a bit of other things here that I like, so we'll just go ahead and research this. Rare earth technology. Sure, I have seen something called rare earth and stuff. Nucleosynthesis. I mean, this is just like proton receiver. No, this is too advanced for me at this point, so we're not gonna go into that. Let's see. Visual signals. That's a quite useful mod, definitely. I'm not only saying that because I made it. And this would allow us to read some signals from the train network, which is also very useful, especially in combinations with the visual signals. But no, no. I don't know. I'll guess we'll just have to wait and see. Okay, how are we doing with? I think we have a lot of entities here that are missing rails. Mostly. No, actually not rails. Signals and stuff. But I will go ahead and take some rails anyway. Because when you want to build a train network, you basically have to do it. There's also an alert here for the coke. So we kind of want to keep an eye on that, I guess. Yeah, beep, 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 beep. Where is my coke? Oh, of course, it's being consumed into the steam, naturally. That does make sense. Which kind of makes me feel like one thing we could do as like a separate city block would be to just have a big forest area and have it produce not power mainly, or well, maybe power as well, but have it produce coal and coke and stuff. That might be something. Oh, and then we need to clear this mess out as well, of course, eventually, sooner or later. Preferably sooner, maybe. Where is my car? In case you didn't know, I always tend to just... Wait, what's this? There's a lot of things here that's not done yet. Oh, right, there it is. Yeah, they're gonna need some more rails here. It's a good thing I brought rails. There we go. If one thing you should know about me is that when it comes to cars, I always forget where I place them. It's absolutely hopeless. I just create new and new cars all the time. But okay, here we are. And in order to avoid like the rest of the chaos that we already have, I'm going to build a city block around here. Need an intersection over here. Oops. There are some machines. There's some water. Let's head over to our new landfill production area, if we can find a way through all this mess. Here we, of course. Well, I hope a robot can fix that. I kind of was hoping that we would have a bit more landfill here, but sure. And I'm starting to feel like I'm heading over here a lot to go to this little landfill area. So I'm actually going to do something drastic. I'm going to stop producing landfill here. Yes, after 83,000 landfill productions, your job is done. So instead we can focus on getting more sand for the quartz, for the glass. Because now with the new... Where did I place my car? No, I'm not kidding. I've already forgot where I placed it, but I assume it's over here. With the new landfill production, it should be significantly easier to scale that up. And I might just put in another city block for that. Okay, 15k. That's not super much, but it's a good... Oh, honestly, believe it or not, but I do have a driving license in real life. I don't often drive a car though, so yeah, not sure if you can... I barely trust myself when it comes to driving, but at least when I drive a real car, I'm not driving into things as much as I do here. What do we have here? Salty rock. Might be interesting at some point. Okay, I need to calculate a bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. That should say 4-way intersection or crossing. I think I used the word crossing mostly. Yes. Okay. Then we can see where that is at on the minimap. Oops. We wasted a bit of landfill. Woohoo. Oh, that's not good. How is the landfill production doing? It's 300 per minute. 400 per minute, maybe. Believe it or not, but I would like more. More. Always more. Especially now, since I don't really have, like... I should not place this down manually. I haven't really finished anything close to what looks like a city block. Oops. Do I have a repair pack? Yes, I do. I'm gonna need to have that in my quick bar now. Right. How is our power production doing? It's almost at its limit, actually. Can we fit another one of these turbines? We don't have a lot of combustion mixture. Ah. There are some other combustion mixture related recipes as well, but we don't think it would benefit us greatly at this point. So what are we mostly missing here? We have enough hydrogen. I think we're missing more of these buildings' powerhouses. And for that we need iron and lead, it seems. One thing that occurred to me was actually building a mall, which is really nice to have so that you can just go there whenever you need something. But when I thought about it, I realized that it will not actually bring us anywhere forward. We will not make any more. We will not research science, for example, any way faster. And I can't make a train go net backwards, of course. Well, if Muhammad don't come to the mountain, you just bring the mountain to Muhammad. Okay. Iron and lead. Okay, a little bit further maybe. There we have it. And iron, here we go. What a coincidence, we just got the iron shipment. But it still doesn't seem to be enough. I am leaning a bit towards having a dedicated iron factory as one of the first setups. I've also considering having a dedicated city block for tar, because right now we don't have a lot of tar in the pipes. But I mean, yeah, you just have to start somewhere, I guess. And I believe that over the course of this episode, I will probably be changing my mind about what the first city block is that we should make. And honestly, at this point, I'm not sure we will actually be making it in this episode. Might take a few more episodes because the landfill is not going as fast as I want it to. Right, that is consuming everything. So can we sort of make it... Did I make a powerhouse? I probably didn't. Oh boy, that's a lot of small parts and stuff. Let's see, let's just have you bypass this. Let's move you out of the way. And here we go. That should help in getting the coke to its destination. Iron plates, don't mind if I do. Okay, where did I leave my train? Nice thing about trains is that it's a bit easier to figure out where you place them. And what do I need to get more locomotives? Right, a cargo wagon is expensive. I already have a cargo wagon though. Thank you, I can make chain signals now and rail signals. We will get to that eventually. Let's see, I have 2 locomotives. Yes, having another one would be great. Actually, where is my engine production? Rather, do I have any engines there? I have 16. No, I have 12 here and 4 there. Okay. So let's head to the other engine production, which is over here, where there are 5 engines. Yeah, getting more rubber would be nice as well, but rubber requires tar actually. So, and that would probably be the biggest benefit of getting increased rubber production, that you would have more engines. Although I assume kinda that these are, they should be backing up mostly. Yeah, it's this long belt of laboratory equipment that is consuming all the engines. Very well. Okay, 20 engines. Make me another locomotive. Great. Because now I can use the other locomotive as well if I ever want the train to go in the other direction, which I probably want to do at some point. How are we doing here, robots? Are you that slow? No, it's probably that you need... And these also require engines and belts, of course. Ah, right. Yeah, I only have 2 construction robots, which is why they are taking so long. Haven't I finished this? I have, but how do I... Oh, right, I'm currently going... No, am I? I am! I'm going against traffic. Yeah. Right. So, because it's right-hand driving, so they would go into this way, then they would come out here. Okay. Yeah, sure, then I get it. Very well. Very well. Where was I? I made the other locomotive that I wanted. Right, I want to head down and place this cargo wagon on this other locomotive, which will be our dedicated logistics train network locomotive. Setting all of this stuff up really takes longer than you think, I have to say. It's not, you can't just sort of click a few buttons and then you're done. Oh right, we wanted to add another powerhouse. Of course. Seems reasonable. Damn it. Why is it always like that, that you place a building off by one? Yes, you can have the same recipe as this other one. And then you may have some hydrogen and some water. And it seems like you apparently want to have some biomass as well, so sure, I guess you can have that. And then we will see if we need to expand with yet another cooling tower. Just to be on the safe side, I should probably make one right now. Yeah, we can actually put it there. Oops, I need more pipes. There we go. And this is apparently not connected. There we go. That could have been a catastrophic failure. Right, now I think we should have the capacity to make another combustion turbine, which is exactly what I want to do as soon as I handcraft these 40 small parts, or 20 of them apparently. Hey boy, that mall is looking more and more tempting right now, but not sure if we have the iron and copper production actually to sustain it even. At least this part is doing all right. No problems on that side of the power production. There we go. And yet it looks like it didn't increase the power production capacity that much. But hopefully it should be enough for now, I guess. Maybe. I'm just preparing another one as well. Hi machine, you can start doing something useful again. Or container, I mean, not really a machine. Unless you count the inserter as a machine. There we go. Okay. How are we doing with the landfill? Have we made any progress there since last time we checked? 6,000 landfill. Enough for six chunks. It's a start, I guess. Where is my car? Oh, there it is. It feels like not much is really happening in this episode. Possibly because I haven't really planned that much for this episode, other than creating a city block, which seems to take longer time than I intended. So it looks like it should be over here. What do we have here? Big oil patch. Interesting. Uh-oh, we are running already? Okay, at least we should be able to make it over here. We did. Great. Bring out the good old blueprints. So is this where we want it? I believe it is. Oh. Did I make I made a mess. Okay, one more try. That's where we want it. And then maybe I should make another blueprint book that just has the the things I use usually. Track switch, no. Straight, there we have it. Can I not place there? That's disappointing. Not the corners, I want straight grid. Okay, there we go. What's this? Salty rock. Oh, I already took a look at that one, didn't I? I'm hoping to find titanium somewhere on the map, but I haven't really found anything yet. But if I would be able to find titanium ore, that would be very, very useful. Here we should have another. At the roundabout, track switch, U-turn, all directions. There we go. It might look like a mess, but that's only because we haven't filled in everything yet. And I haven't planned exactly how to do the track switching, but hopefully I will figure that out eventually. Very well. Not much happening here. But here at least I have sort of marked the area for a whole city block. And I could start working actually in a little bit in this area. So I can just fill it in from up there. So then the question is, do I want a forestry area? Yes, I do. Do I want an area that produces a lot of tar? Yes, I do. I still not very decided, unfortunately. Do we still have a problem with the coke? Yes, we do. We are actually consuming this faster than we can consume it. What effect will that have? It will have effect on the molten aluminum, and it will affect the boron trioxide, which in turn will affect glass? No, glassware. Of course. Sure thing. But mostly I'm guessing that it will affect the aluminum. But why are we... I'm not consuming any aluminum, am I? Molten aluminum. Casting unit. 1K. It is limited. That's full. The molten aluminum is full. It's not going anywhere. What's the problem? Why is the... Or is it not being consumed? Is it just really backing up? I don't quite get this. Graphite. Only one recipe. Okay, coke to graphite. So a dedicated coke production area would be nice. It would also have the benefit of producing a bit of tar. And stop beeping, please. And Then of course we would have to deal with the iron oxide and the coal gas, but I think that should be quite easy. But I do also now have, let's see, yeah, right, I have 5 coal to 4 coke. Okay, so that might also be part of the thing, but then I need to make coal. And in order to make coal, I could start from raw coal, or I could start from wood, but wood is not a good option because that's really expensive. Unless you go for with this recipe naturally, which is less expensive. And other than that, it just has so many different expensive recipes. Mining machines, yes, that's what I'm currently researching. But yes, let's make it some kind of coal and coke production area with tar as possible side product. Coke, coal, and tar. And possibly tar. There we go. We have a plan. We have a plan. More landfill. Yes, I still want more landfill, but I am kind of satisfied with that. More rubber, that's still a problem. I can remove that old corner mark because that's no longer my corner. And I also have already done the calculation of how big my area is or was. Okay, so a bit more landfill and then, yeah, getting machines and deciding on which machines to use for the coal, coke, and tar things, essentially. See, I knew there was a reason why I had repair packs over there. How are you doing? Okay, it seems like you are still working on some of the rails. Very well. While when you are done, I would love to have you over here as well. I'm driving too far down, am I not? Yes, I am. Let's drive up again and fill in some of this, but first we need to make sure that there is actually somewhere where we can turn, more or less. Because at the moment I haven't added any turning. Oh, nice. How nice. There is actually room over here. So let's mark this as a U-turn. And then let's see, then we can start filling this up again. Whoops, already done. Landfill, landfill, you disappear so quickly. Oh, damn it, stop hitting things, Simon. Simon says stop hitting things. Right. So now the question is, which kind of machine do I want there? It's been a long time since we used seaweed. And I'm not sure if we want to do that again, sort of. Hi, planner. Please make me graphite, because graphite is using coke. 10 graphite per second? Nope. 10 graphite per minute? 60 graphite per... Nah, 40. 40 graphite per minute. That's about 100 coke per minute. Wow. Okay. So we have those options. That doesn't really feel like a good option. Tar, no, I want the tar as well as a side product, so that's not a good option. Coal filtration media, nope, that's not really an option. Okay, so I guess that we have these two options. And since we coke oven gas, what can you be used for? We could use this opportunity as well to get some hot air as a byproduct. Or we could just void it, but voiding it would be a big waste. Big waste, so we don't want to do that really. And oh right, maybe I need to do nope. Oh wait, coke oven gas. 250 ingredients, 250. What am I doing wrong here? Yes, I would like to use this, please. No? Okay, very well. Let's just ignore that for now. This process requires 125 coal. This process requires 166 coal. But that has the benefit of producing quite a bit of tar as a byproduct, which is very tempting, but either way we need a way to get coal. And this we can get in a few different ways. Wood to coal. Wood to coal is a quite good recipe, I think. I don't have the proton receivers and stuff. We can add that option as well. Okay. So if we go by this option, that's 187 raw coal. You can apparently get that from the mushroom, or you can get it from seaweed. Or from biomass, apparently. So then we can compare the seaweed and the mushroom. And please only use this factory. So that's... Thank you, science. 525 of these. I'm guessing that that's quite a lot actually. Let's see what this recipe says. 1042, yeah, right. Okay, 105. Nope, that's not gonna happen. No coal from mushrooms. No raw coal from mushrooms. Definitely not. Not happening. Seaweed. Let's see. I did not intend to make that pun. Very sorry. My apologies. Okay. Seaweed crop facility, and let's add some seaweed into this mix. That's not seaweed, that's moss. Here we have seaweed. So that's 30 of them. That's actually the amount of seaweed producers we have already. But I don't quite like this. So how about we skip that process and look into the wood? Wood comes from log. Yes, thank you very much. And log we can get from a number of different ways at this point. I also think we are getting close at researching some of these recipes, which definitely look tempting. But wastewater, I'm not sure if we have a stable way of producing wastewater. Tailings and carbon dioxide might be possible, but I'm a bit unsure about that. This one is fairly easy actually. Hello, log. What options do I have? Do I have... Yes, this option is interesting. Let's start some research into that as well. Because there are many interesting ways here. Now we can also take a look here to see if we can get wastewater in some good way. I think all of it has to do more or less with animal processing and stuff, so I think the answer to this is mostly a no at this point. So let's ignore that. Fertilizer. Biomass manure Sogna bacteria. Not impossible, but I'm not sure about the oak production over here as well, but that might be interesting. Ash, no, don't have that much ash. Carbon dioxide is fairly easy. Tailings is usually not a problem because we have it as a byproduct, but do we have it in any other way? Can I just get, like, what is the best way for me to get tailings? That I wonder, and that seems like science in and of itself. So yeah, how helpful? How very helpful? Not even close to that. Nope, not happening. So we're stuck with this. Okay. Fast wood forestries, and I don't think we're gonna need 25 of them because yet again we have some kind of tree thing somewhere. That's tree MK2, that's MK1. Thank you. Great. So I think we're starting to kind of solve the puzzle here. Except that I want this approach. Okay, tree seeds. Moss. Moss is also fairly easy, I believe. We might actually take this as an opportunity to make a lot of moss over here and export it somewhere else, which is why I'm going with this stone recipe. And with the stone recipe we do get a bit of tailings as well, and now I have forgotten what it was that I wanted to use the tailings for. I think it was the logs. Yes, it was, but that's not enough tailings, nowhere near enough. So we're just mostly going to ignore that. Oh boy. Moss farm. I believe you have moss as a module. Okay, I'm starting to like this. Seaweed, let's delete you. Seaweed to raw coal, no thank you. Raw coal, no thank you. This other recipe? No, thank you. Okay. Let's see. Carbon dioxide. Yes, please. From Coke? No, please. I would like it from biomass. Thank you. And then biomass from logs. Let's see. Where are the logs? There we go. Okay, now I think it's time to start using the matrix over here. Okay, 23 machines for quite a bit of coke. For how many fastwood forestries do I need? 4 of them, only 4 of them. That's very interesting. So, let's see, do I already have that recipe or not? I do not actually. "30 seconds, 40 seconds. Which is the version I'm using today? Maybe I'm, oh right, I think I'm just using this recipe with logs and, no, with tree seedlings and water. Oh boy, in that case we're going to have quite a bit of a performance increase here. We're getting 1 extra log and we're doing it in half the time. That's very nice, very nice. Okay. Alright, I have decided this is what we're going to make. And it will produce us coal gas, a bit of tailings, tar, and iron oxide. Ironically, haha, I think that the iron oxide is the most difficult one sort of to solve, more or less. But when it comes to the coal gas, we can check what usages we have for it, and here again we can see that combustion mixture might be an option, although I would prefer something else. And I think that there are some, we can use it to make copper and iron, which in itself is interesting. And there's also some kind of like, yeah, you can use it to make syngas, you can use it to make all kinds of things. I want this. Yes, more stone. That would be awesome. Sadly, it requires excavation 2, which requires the next science packs, which is nowhere even close. I haven't even started looking into that. Because I have trains, and when you have trains, it's a good idea to start using trains a bit. So I am... yeah, I'm not sure how I guess syngas is the best option here. And with that we can make raw borax and stuff. Yeah, well, anyway, we have fluid tanks, so it shouldn't be too much of a problem. So, okay. Yeah, 1 hour mark is already here, actually. And we haven't even started working on this. Maybe I'll just check if I can get some of the... Oh, wow. This looks nice. Now we're just missing the material for construction. But I'm pretty much okay with that. Let's see. Big oh boy, those required niobium plates. Yeah, that's not gonna happen anytime soon. That's annoying. Lamps, not gonna happen. Rail signals, iron and circuit boards. Actually, it would be a good idea because we are going to need a lot of them sooner or later. So I'm gonna automate production of rail signals. That kinda seems useful. Now, sadly, we don't really have a mall or any central location to do this at, but I have iron and I have basic circuit thingies. So all I really need is to have both of them at the same place, which we can figure out over here. Transport belt is in the way. Of course it is, because I'm trying to build it the other way around. Looks better this way. Okay, great. Now please be so kind and give me 2 assembling machines. And 2 chests, please. Now I actually want a splitter here as well, just so that we have, just so that we don't get all of them at the same place, more or less. Rail signals, chain signals. Thank you. Those are produced so quickly, so I'm just guessing that a fast inserter would be helpful here. And apparently electricity is also helpful. Of course you are. Wow. Yeah, if this is not gonna eat our iron, I don't know what is. Holy, 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 holy Moses. This is probably gonna eat a lot of our iron and a lot of our simple circuit boards as well. Now we can luckily fix this using some circuit magic. So we place something there and then we place, let's see, can we reach this? Oh, we can, how nice. Read this please and enable if there is absolutely anything on this belt. And the same for you, and the same for you. There we go. That way we have made sure that, well, of course there are simpler ways to do that. By giving things some bloody priority, because that's basically what we have done here, but that's priority should go this way, of course. But yeah, just showing you that you can use circuit magic for stuff too. But naturally, the output priority is a much simpler way to do so. Are we still having this problem? Well, at least that is backing up. And this is also backing up. It's good, so then I can just safely ignore that problem for now. Very well. Okay. I don't care about this. And let's see, destructive distillation columns, wood processing. Destructive distillation columns, how many? 2. Only 2? Or have I been... Okay, let's start with 2. But I am a bit interested here actually to see what happens if we just double this. Or if we change it to like 60, 50, how much can you handle? Can you even handle 45? You can. I know there are better ways to do this, but anyway. Oh boy. Yeah, okay, let's stick with this is probably good. And wood processing units. Oh, I can make better. No, I can't really make better wood processing units, naturally. Copper. Here we have a nice clean space to take copper from. Wood processing. Tin plates. Oh. There we go. Then we have that and that and that, and then we need fastwood forestries, botanical nursery. Okay, I'm just to make sure I am actually going to change this back again. Oh, I need 5 of them. Oh well. Fastwood forestries. Engine units. I'm not very optimistic, but let's see if we have any engine units in storage. It looks like we do have a few of them, but not many. Why do I have this here? Right, because I at some point wanted to automate belts using belts, as funny as that may sound. But that's definitely a thing, and this might be a reason for why we don't have any copper. I forgot that the stack size of small parts was that big. That's very much a reason for why we don't have any copper. Glad we fixed that problem. Fast wood. Okay, some simple circuit boards can fix that. Thank you. That's at least one. So botanical nursery. Oh, this is easy. 1, 2, 3. An assembling machine shouldn't be too problematic. Moss farm. Requires soil and aluminum plates for some mumble reason. Aluminum plates are over here. Right, let's see. We can mark that one, and that one. So moss. Right, soil. I think we should be able to get soil from somewhere over here. Like there, possibly. Moss farm. I do actually want 2 moss farms. So I will just go and find another basic simple circuit board. Thank you. There we have the moss farm. Thank you very much. What's next? Washer. That's taken care of. Soil extractor shouldn't be too much of a problem. Oh, I can make... No, once again, I cannot make. I cannot make more complicated or more efficient soil extractor because I barely have half of these things. Soil extractor done. High pressure furnace. Oh, I can make... Oh, I research mining machines too. That's why I have all these things now. Okay, I just need a bit more copper ore here. Copper plates. That shouldn't be too difficult, I think. Thank you very much. And a composter. That's usually the most expensive one of these. Yeah, it's super expensive actually. Steel plate chromium. Well, let's... Well, it's probably just the titanium plates that's the main problem here, and the engine units. The rest is not that difficult. The rest we could get like very, very easily. And yep, it looks like we have a bit of a problem when it comes to iron. But also we do have a fair amount of signals here, so that's good. And it's a bit sad that these stack sizes are not bigger. So I'm going to take these signals and I'm going to go to the factory place area, well, Roboport. And I'm going to feed them to the robots. That sounds funny, but that's actually kind of what you do. Not that the robots eat them, but they, well, they do pick them up. So maybe they are munching on them a little, I don't know. Either way, here we have some signals. Enjoy, robots. I think this should be enough for this area. So then I can move this Roboport later on. Or can I? Oh, right. Those Roboports are fairly cheap. Then I can just expand the area, even though that would make it take longer time for the robots. But, and yeah, this Roboport has pretty much outlived its usefulness more or less by now, since it's, well, as soon as it has placed all the things. So there's that. Okay, we are soon going to finish this. I would like to see how much landfill we have at this point. Ooh, quite a bit. Quite a bit. So that's nice. So yeah, in the next episode we will basically start producing our new city block. And yeah, this will not help us actually with the titanium problem that we have, because none of this really gives sand, but it should hopefully help us with some other things. And yeah, basically you need to start somewhere anyways, right? Hmm. A lot of these recipes seems very interesting actually. I I am looking forward to automating this with Rails and distributed setup and less of a mess essentially. Just less of a mess. So let's see here. Uh, let's mark these as unfinished again. So now we know that we can start placing the machines, although we need more of some of them. And here is our car. So we'll just use this car and put down some more landfill. Vroom. Vroom. Think of this as like the end credits or something of this episode. Vroom. Oh, this is actually quite a bit. Oh, never mind. All right, we have half a city block, more or less, ready to be used, which we will do in the next episode. So once again, thank you for watching and see you next time.